everybody, welcome back to my channel. This is Meena. I'm a diamond and gemology graduate. In today's video, we're going to be talking about the diamond treatments. In the previous video, we saw what are diamond simulants and synthetics, right? In today's video, we're going to be talking about diamond treatments and what are the different treatments. So before understanding this, we have to understand what exactly treatment means. So we all know treatment is a very common thing that happens all around the world, right? As a definition, according to the Oxford Dictionary Go, treatment means any kind of care given to a particular person or a particular thing to improve it. That exactly means treatment. And here, diamond treatment, what do I mean by diamond treatment? Why exactly is this happening? Diamonds are treated either to improve its clarity or enhance the color. For example, in case we're not feeling well, we go to the hospital to get it treated, right? The exact same way. If the diamond clarity or the color is not that well, then it goes for treatment to get better clarity and better color grade, so it can sell for a higher price and solve a very good purpose for the customer and look very well. That is as simply as it means, the diamond treatment. So what are the different methods in which the diamond is treated? Let's get to it. The first one is irradiation. So what exactly is irradiation? It is one of the most common method till today to enhance or change the color of the diamond. So when the diamond, if it has a little bit of yellowish color, you wanted to make it really white. I wouldn't really call it white because we don't call the diamond white, right? We call it colorless. So if you want the diamond to be more colorless and more lustrous, then you do this treatment called irradiation. So this kind of gives the diamond better shades and better color grading, whereas it makes it look like a very white stone. If you can see, the left side stone is a yellowish tinted kind of stone, the original diamond stone. This has gone through irradiation to become very bright and very lustrous and finally looks like the right side version of the stone. So what exactly is the benefit of doing this? Why do people, really have to do it? Why can't we just directly, have it in the original format, right? We don't want something that to be treated, right? We don't want some extra value addition done, right? But as simply as the entire process or entire meaning goes, when it's being treated, it's going to make it look much better. And if it's going to look much better, it's going to be feeling really well. So why exactly do we all wear diamonds? Why do we really, really like it? Because it looks very lustrous and because it looks very eye-catchy, right? And when will it look eye-catchy? When it is clear and crystal clear. If it's not like that, if it's going to have this yellow tinted shade, then people are not going to be really, amused by it, or people are not going to really look at it. And we don't want that. And to get this effect, that is why it goes through irradiation. So here all of you might ask me this one question: why can't we just directly originally get a stone that has very good color grade or very good clarity grade? Why do we have to go through this treatment, irradiation? Why are we doing this? Why are we taking a poor stone and making it better instead of getting a very good better stone by itself? Why exactly do we do this? Because not everyone is ready to pay the amount for the original stone, which is of very high color and very high clarity. The price will be extremely high. For example, let's take stone A. Stone A is original stone which has very good color, okay? Originally it has very bright color, very bright luster, it looks pure, it looks white, it looks crystal clear. And this stone will cost extremely high. But rather if we take stone B, the example is stone B. Stone B is going to be having a, yellowish tinted color, right? This is going to have slight dull, tint to it. Now, if we take this for irradiation, we pay a little bit of money for this and then we irradiate the stone by improving the color. So once this has been done, the price of this is going to cost way less compared to the original stone which has very high color. And that is why many people go for irradiation treated stones. Even though the original color of the stone is slightly yellow, the treatment after which has been done, the color is going to look really pretty and really good. And that is why many people go for irradiated stones. Through the process of irradiation, we can also achieve different shades of yellow. So the product is already yellow, the diamond is already yellow, it has a very tint of yellow. So why do we have to do irradiation to make it more yellow? You might ask me that, right? But then if you all recall a little bit, you will remember that diamonds also come in fancy colored, variety. They also have yellow colored diamonds, and yellow colored diamonds are also highly valued because they would be set inside a diamond stone and it will look really pretty because it will add on the value to a gemstone kind of variety, right? And that is why this treatment is done to achieve different variations of yellow as well. The diamonds are either treated from the crown or the pavilion of the stone. The irradiation method, the process of heating the stone, is either done from the crown of the stone or the pavilion of the stone. So let's recall a little bit. What exactly do I mean by crown and pavilion of the stone? Let's go through the anatomy of diamond. So this right here on the top, which looks like a circle, is the crown of the stone, and the inverted V is the pavilion of the stone. And the treatment can either happen from the crown or the pavilion of the stone, and through this we achieve the different color varieties and ranges that is required for the diamond stone. There is one small thing that I would like to mention when talking about irradiation and heat treatment of diamonds. That is the Pegasus diamonds. So these are colorless diamonds marketed by the Pegasus Overseas Limited Company. These are diamonds that are originally in brown color, which are treated by General Electric Company and converted to colorless. So again, as we saw, these diamonds can be converted to colorless diamonds by treatment, right? By heat treatment and irradiation treatment. So this Pegasus diamonds especially, they are marketed as colorless diamonds, but they are originally brown diamonds which are treated by General Electric Company. This is a very new term that we're seeing, General Electric Company. But this is not been proven by anything, and it is not proven 100% if it's done by heat treatment or if it's done by different electrical treatment as well. But this is very highly popular and very highly spoken by many different people in the jewelry market, and that is why it's important for you to know about the Pegasus diamonds. These are colorless diamonds which are actually not colorless, they're brown but converted into colorless. And it is believed they are, treated by the heat, but we don't know that for sure. And I just want to put that through so that you all have an idea and understanding. If any of you know a little more about these diamonds, Pegasus diamonds, please let me know in the comments so I can also learn about it more and talk about it in a much detailed, brief manner in the next video. The next on the line is laser treatment. So this is a very common term that we all must have heard a lot of times, in clinical terms, right? It also happens for us. I mean, we take up laser treatments. Why exactly do we take up laser treatments? To remove unwanted body hair. There is a lot of different aspects where we take laser treatments. And this also happens the exact same way in diamonds. And why exactly does it happen in diamonds? Well, diamonds have black spots or impurities or inclusions which have a very black kind of effect inside the diamonds, and to remove this, laser treatment is done. So these black spots kind of bring down the clarity grade of a diamond, right? So why do we have to remove it? I mean, why can't it just be there inside a stone? Imagine having a white color stone, okay? A very beautiful crystal stone. Will you like it if there is a black spot inside it? It will look like it's something, unauspicious, right? Like it looks very bad. I don't like it. We will not like a stone which is kind of impure or included. We want it to be very crystal clear and nice and pure, right? We will always love that. And for this reason, the laser treatment has been introduced, and they do this treatment widely for many stones which have lot of inclusions of knots and black spots. So what exactly is the procedure for this entire treatment, this entire laser treatment? How exactly does it happen? Let's understand. So this right here is a side profile of a diamond. If you can see, the knots or the black impurity is present in the pavilion. Before I talk more about it, let's understand the diamond anatomy one more time. Let's do a little bit of revision. This part right here is the pavilion. This part right here is the crown. And this circle right here in the middle of the crown is a table. So now that we understood this, let's come back to our topic. So the knots right here is present in the pavilion of the stone. To reach this area, a thin beam of laser is inserted into the diamond from the table side. So it goes from the top and goes up to the black part, black impurity or inclusion which is not required. It then removes that inclusion and impurity and pulls it out, making the stone look flawless and very pretty and crystal clear. One important thing that we have to note here is that the laser treatment is generally followed by boiling the stone in the acid for cleaning first. See, why is it important to clean? Even while clarity grading, I've told you guys so many times, it's very important to clean the stone before even grading a stone. And why is this? Because the stone, tends to collect dust. Even us as human beings, we go somewhere out, dust falls on us, right? Like it falls in the hair, it just creates a layer on top of us. It's the exact same way for a diamond stone as well. So the dust kind of forms on top of the surface, and to clean this thoroughly and properly, we need to clean it very, very, neatly, so we can understand the clarity grading, or we can understand whatever, treatment that has to be done inside a stone. we finally come to the last part of the video, which is the crack filling treatment. So what exactly does crack filling mean? It's a very simple, as the word goes, it's a filling of cracks. So during this process, the cracks are filled by a glassy material such as a lead glass, which has high refractive index. It's very important to note here that not everything can fill these cracks, right? It is very, very important to have a high refractive index glassy material which looks very similar to a diamond, because if it's going to look very different and has low Ri, which is a refractive index, then it's going to look completely different, like an inclusion, and we do not want that. We want the stone to look really pretty and enhance the features and look glossy and like flawless, and that is exactly why we are doing the entire treatment process. So it's important to have a glassy material which has high refractive index during this procedure of crack filling a stone. While talking about crack filling, it's very important for me to mention about oil filling. So what exactly do I mean by oil filling? It's the exact same. It is a filling of cracks through oil instead of a glassy material that I just spoke about. So what is the disadvantage in this? I mean, it's a very huge disadvantage while doing oil filling. Many people do it, but it's not that great in the long run. I'm pretty sure all of you might have gone through these scenarios where elder people might have told us, do not apply oil while having your diamond earring on. Do not apply oil while wearing your diamond ring on. And why do they tell this? Because diamonds have this property of collecting the oil and keeping it inside. It's not that the oil is going to go inside the stone, but the jewelry, it might go inside the jewelry, and it's not that great. And that is why oil is not that great solution for filling the crack, and glassy materials are much better, and it is also considered to be highly valuable compared to oil filling of cracks. That is the word for today, guys. I hope you found this video valuable and informative. And if you did, please do like, share and subscribe. Thank you so much for watching. I love you guys. Bye-bye.